is up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon here with a fun deck for you today, and today we are looking at an Elf Typal build, and it's in Golgari colors, black and green, and this is a deck that I think really has some fun tricks to it, and I can't remember who I played against, but it was a really fun build, a really fun match. I lost, which is why I'm playing this, because I think that this deck has some fun stuff to it. So let's get into it. We are looking at cut down, again, target creature destroyed, total power 5 or less. We know what this does. Get a little bit of early removal in there. Bitter Triumph kind of does the same thing, destroys target creature or planeswalker, but we have to either discard a card or pay 3 life. Either way, not a bad card to have in hand. Fauna Shaman goes digging for creature cards because we tap a green and tap the Shaman, and we search our library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into our hand, and then shuffle so we can go digging for stuff. Gala Greeters, it has Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under our control, we choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. We put a +1/+1 counter on Gala Greeters, create a tapped treasure token, or we gain 2 life. Llanowar Loam Speaker can turn our lands into creatures, plus it's a mana dork, so it can, ramp into stuff. Leaf Crown Visionary, again, because we want our elves to be nice and big, and that's what this does. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Whenever we cast an elf spell, we may pay 1 mana, and if we do, we draw a card. Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia. Now again, kind of a mana dork, but at the same time, this can ramp into, like, say, a Roaming Throne, because whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia, and untap it. Now, actually, now that I think of it, we're not really running much of anything above 5 in this build, because we have to... I think we have to have the Visionary and this down in order to make this big, but I think we're... whatever, it's a mana dork, and we can pump it up. Nissa, Resurgent Animist. Don't get to play this one very often, but whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an elf or elemental card. Put that card into your hand and put the rest on the bottom of your library, so we can go digging for stuff. Elvish Vat Keeper, and this is a fun one. We don't play this one. I don't think I've ever played this one before. But when it enters the battlefield, we incubate 2, and then for 5, we transform target incubator token we control and double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. We're looking at Glissa Sunslayer. This is one of the big ones in Golgari Midrange. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, we choose 1, draw a card and lose 1 life, destroy target enchantment, or remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. So really cool stuff here. Roaming Throne, again, broken, busted card. With board 2, enters a battlefield, choose a creature type. Roaming Throne is, of course, the chosen type in addition to its other types. If a triggered ability of another creature you control of the chosen type triggers, it triggers an additional time. So a lot of these we have triggered abilities, save for maybe our Fauna Shaman, Llanowar Loam Speaker, and Gwenna as well. So all these have some sort of triggered ability, and it's, just Roaming Throne makes it that much better. Speaking of triggered abilities, we've never played this card before. Glissa, Herald of Predation. At the beginning of combat on your turn, we choose 1. Incubate twice, or transform all incubator tokens you control, or Phyrexians you control gain first strike and death touch until end of turn. We're not running a ton of Phyrexians, but the point is we are actually. We got this, that's about it, and we got this. So yeah, we're running a fair amount of Phyrexians, plus any other tokens that we have. Plus we're running Virtue of Persistence, some early spot removal, plus also Virtue of Persistence, beginning of your upkeep, put target creature from graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So get a little bit of some Resurrector stuff going on. Now, as far as our sideboard, 2 Tamiyo Safekeeping, 2 Atraxas Falls, which of course destroy target artifact, battle, enchantment, or creature with flying, 3 Terror Tides in case we run into some, really, nasty token builds. Cut Down, Bitter Triumph, Path of Peril, actually that's the one I meant to say. This is for the token build, this one's for bigger builds. So these ones are for our nasty token builds. And also too, Gix's Command in our sideboard as well. It's a fun card to have. Land base is pretty standard for this particular build. We do want to keep a fair amount of basics in there because we are running a bunch of non-basics and Demolition Field and Field of Ruins. Those are things, by the way, we're running 2 Demolition Fields and 1 Field of Ruin just because of the Cavern of Souls bit. So that's our deck. This is Golgari Elf Ball. The point of it is to get as many elves onto the battlefield as possible, utilize Roaming Throne's ability, and try to swing for the win. So if you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and we do a best of 3 just so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the Golgari Elf Ball games. We are playing Master of Disaster for our best of 1 matchup. Let's see, this is not a bad keep. We put down the Restless Cottage, we put down the Fauna Shaman. I don't know. It's not a bad build here. Not a bad, bad hand. White, we against mono white something. Let's put down the Visionary. That'd be a fun one to do, just to get their. Okay, Norn's Inquisitor, eh? Oh, it's a Golgari build, or Golgari, I should say. Let's do this. Glissa. You're gonna kill the Glissa. Yep. There it goes. Ossified. Cool. Okay. Zoink. Do this. Elf. Well, now what you gonna do? Alright, cool. Boom. Okay. So, now the question becomes, do they transform those? Okay, yeah, you go for the throat. That's fine. Liquor drinker. Interesting. I think we just do this. Now you're facing quite a bit of damage there, Master of Disaster. But then again, so aren't we. So that's why we are going to put down a... Oh, nope, can't do it. I'm sorry, my bad. Thought we could put down a Lonoir, but that's alright. Yes, that's now a 5/5, eh? Now all of a sudden, we're the ones in trouble. That's okay. No attacks. Because needless to say, we can combat the tokens here. Sure. Cut that down. Cool. No blocks. Well, this is turning into a rather... I think we can put a little bit of pressure on them. Let's do that. Put a little bit of pressure on them. Okay. And they'll double block. Okay, cool. ossify my Roman throne. Yeah, okay. No big deal. Draw a creature card and we're gonna be in some... Now we've got to worry about. Now we've got a little bit of business here. Maybe. They'll probably kill my Glissa. Okay. You return something to their hand. Okay. Okay. Destroy that. Don't need one of those. What I am going to search for, though, is this. Going to incubate twice. No attacks. You found your land. That's cool. Norn. Oh, so that means fun stuff. Okay. Incubate 2. Okay, Bitter Triumph. Here's what we're going to do. Discard a card to pay 3 life. Well, we're gonna have to pay 3 life. Okay, boom. I'm gonna swing. I can gain some. Okay, so I don't think they. Ah, we don't get them. All right, good game. We are against Brother Sam for our best of 3 matchup. We are on the draw. We are on the draw. Against Brother Sam. Samich, as it were. Alright, well, let's see if we can bust out of our little funk here that we got going on. I kept the best of one because I like playing against decks that are, you know, kind of new. And they've got a... Okay, interesting. We'll go with Elf. Boom. What do you have? 123 cards, Brother Sam. So 131 at the very most. Alright. Well, fun. I can get behind that. I can get behind that. I'll tempt you with a Galagreeters, and we're gonna go with a Glissa. Glissa Sunslide. Okay. What you gonna take out? Hotly. Okay, cool. Basic land, put it into green. Okay, cool. Boom. Roaming Throne, I think, is a great choice. Elf. Treasure token. Now this is what the deck is supposed to do. So... Okay. Draw a card. Draw a card. Oh! Cool. Shieldred. Fun. I don't want to get greedy, but Yeah, I do want to get rid of that. Alright, let's see what we get for, hey, that, alright, fine. Do I do this? Or do I do the roaming throne? Nah, I do roaming throne. So now we get all that. And you're going in. Okay. You do block. So that means you do have another one in there, probably. Probably do have another thing. Yeah, well, you can do that too. I don't care. Under City Upheaval. What the world was that? Okay. Now you get to... They didn't want to stick around for that one. Can't say I blame them. Alright, I don't think we make any adjustments on that. Alright, cool. Your brother Sam didn't want to stick around for the rest of that. Can't say I blame them. Oh, and we get to go first. Cool. So I think we do put this down. Yep, there it goes. So to say, what in the world happened there? Loam speaker. We can put down the Nissa. Don't kill it. No? Okay, fine. And we can't do much with it, but that's okay. Okay, you can kill it? Fine. Yeah, I can't say I blame you on that one. Alright. Fun. Shieldred? No, Jugon defends the temple. Okay. Cool. Mirex? Mirex. Can we transform that? Yeah, let's do it. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, well. Okay. Let's go to the post-game analysis. Okay, so as you saw in the best of 3 there, you know, I feel kind of bad putting that video in. I mean, especially if you get mana flooded or whatever you call it. Especially if you have that, but you can see what this deck can do. It's got some fun quirks with it. Roaming Throne is just, again, just absolute beast of a card. I'm gonna probably look into, you know, building more Typal builds around that. So, or tribal, if you want to call it. Someone's given me flack in one of my videos, the Demir Agritroll, saying you're not a real Magic player. Well, your opinion. Fine, whatever, just trying to get with the times. But anyways, so Golgari Elf Ball, it's an elf tribal or Typal build. It has some really fun quirks. Try it out, see what you think. If you like it, leave a like, leave a subscribe. I appreciate it. We're up to 128 subscribers. Want to thank a few new ones coming in. If you followed me over the past few days, give me 1 second. I'm going to look that up and who followed me. The Zorch1. Thank you for that follow. Much appreciated. And as always, my Magic Miscreants, may you always be on the play, and may all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.